What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In. Like always, my name is Monkey.
It's your boy saying Prodigy, live and loaded.
We're here, I'm here, playing Insomniac Spider-Man. Again, wearing this dark suit because we're talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. A few rumors and a few theories that people are coming up with lately, and this has been blowing up over the past, week at least. And this also ties into Insomniac Spider-Man as well. Because recently, we talked about this very briefly on the podcast, but apparently Marvel kind of hinted at there being a Fantastic Four update for Marvel Spider-Man. And I mean, I think all we're going to get is just the Baxter building and a suit. That was the prediction we made on the podcast as well. And yeah, I can kind of see that. But more so, what we're talking about today with Far From Home is that everyone's talking about that the Baxter building very well might be being built during Far From Home. Because in the Far From Home trailer, when you see Spider-Man in New York City just swinging around on his phone, in the background you see a building under construction, and everyone's thinking that might be. First, everyone was thinking that it was the Avengers Tower that was being repaired after for some reason some damage that happened to it, but now everyone is thinking that it's the Baxter building that's currently being constructed. And I mean, this would be the perfect time for Marvel to bring in the Fantastic Four, since, their whole deal with Fox went through with Disney and everything. So, and all the main Avengers contracts are running out after Endgame, so this is the perfect time to introduce and bring in a whole new range of superheroes and superhero teams and everything. But what do you think about that? I know you have a few theories of your own.
I mean, I do agree that maybe they might be bringing in the Fantastic Four. They hinted at a Fantastic Four update, and that's been blowing up the internet for the last week or two at least. You know what I mean? So, and then to add on to that, hinting at, Easter eggs with Fantastic Four and the new Spider-Man movie, just kind of eggs it on, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, I honestly, here's my thing. Fantastic Four has always had a difficult journey making live action really popular with them.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all their movies have been absolute shit. The very first Fantastic Four movie was decent. But
I did like that one. The second one, they really just mismanaged their plot and pretty much everything. And then
Silver Surfer was dope.
Was even
but
so that was the one part about it. And then the reboot was absolute garbage.
Oh, that was the worst. That was worse than both of the original Fantastic Four movies combined.
And I really wanted to give it an open mind, but it didn't make the cut, man. I can't even try to excuse that. So I kind of think that they're low-key trying to revive the Fantastic Four through Spider-Man and then through the MCU. And it's gonna be so low-key that people won't notice it. Because they're adding this Fantastic Four DLC, quote-unquote, to Spider-Man, after they already said there's only going to be 3 DLCs. So,
this isn't a DLC, though. This is just an update. It's just an update. Because there's not going to be any mission. I highly doubt there's going to be any Fantastic Four characters or anything. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the Baxter building and possibly the Future Foundation suit, which is that white and black, really dope looking freaking suit.
Word. And it's I don't know. And that's the thing about what Disney and Marvel are doing is like they're not really sticking to the comic. They're not really sticking to the like construct story. So I don't really know what they're trying to do here. I don't know where they're going with this.
The fact that the Fox deal has gone through, and I mean it's currently still in the works, but I mean everyone knows that most of the Fox characters are going to be brought in. I don't know if they're going to redo the X-Men or not, but I mean Dark Phoenix is still coming out, so I don't know what the fuck is going to go on. But I have a feeling that even though like the Fox deal hasn't completely gone through yet, they're gearing up for a big like Fantastic Four reveal.
I need them to like focus on everything. I don't need a shared universe anymore. I'm over the shared universe connectivity. I want them to
that's
focus
what they've
on,
been
like,
building for the last 10 years.
But like after the Avengers, it's like the Avengers is cool. That's great. After Endgame, it's gonna be over. So I need you to focus on.
So it's just no more team up movies ever.
Not no more team up movies, but just like focus on the Fantastic Four, not Fantastic Four in relation to the Avengers.
No, of course not.
You know what I'm saying,
dude, this is the first. Okay, the first time they brought in Spider-Man was with Civil War. So for that reason, they used Civil War to introduce a whole new and awesome badass character. And then the first movie they had carried a lot of Iron Man, but that's purely because they introduced the whole connection in the first movie. But I mean, it was still enough of just Spider-Man to make it his own movie. So this movie is going to be his first like very standalone movie where he's really on his own besides, Nick Fury. But Nick Fury, I doubt, is going to be doing a whole lot.
Right.
At least they're using Spider-Man to introduce Fantastic Four like they did with Civil War and Spider-Man. That's a good idea, and that's what they usually do in the first place. Like they used Avengers to reboot Hulk. They used I'm trying to think here. Oh, they used freaking Guardians to introduce the space realm and all that bullshit. Basically, they used they used fucking Thor to introduce the Infinity Stones. So it's like they're using they use these characters in these movies to introduce others, so it just flows that way. And I think that's a really, really good idea. I think that works. Especially because, like I said, Spider-Man has those connections with the Fantastic Four a lot. So being like introducing the Fantastic Four in a Spider-Man movie is a good idea. But of course, we're going to get like a lot, probably at least four standalone Fantastic Four movies.
I hope they're good.
Oh, I guarantee they're going to be. I mean, Marvel hasn't had a bad movie yet. Except for, maybe the first Thor movie. The first Thor movie was pretty weak. Oh my god.
I would definitely like Fantastic Four to be rebooted because the first one was okay at the start, but not great at the finish. The second reboot was absolute garbage. So I really I love Johnny Storm. I love the relationship of the Thing and him trying to be human again. I love Reed Richards trying to become somewhat of a social man. And I love Sue Storm just trying to figure out her place in the world. I love all those identities, seen and very much portrayed. So I hope that they can have a reboot that kind of satisfies all that, but also have an adult undertone, but overall kids movie. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Fantastic Four replaced the Avengers, as the new team.
That's probably what's going to happen because they've already confirmed that after Avengers Endgame, that's kind of it. Everybody's done pretty much with their contracts. So
not everyone. I mean, we're going to be we're going to be seeing the Guardians. We're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing all the newer characters, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new Avengers movie.
No, there is, because Avengers have had so many adaptations and so many people join, exit, leave, whatever,
Yeah.
throughout the time that they're like Wolverine was part of the Avengers at one point, you know, like everybody was an Avenger at one point. So they
Yeah.
have so much story to work with as far as creating new Avengers and stuff. And that's probably what they're gearing towards since they're having Spider-Man in here so early,
Yeah.
you know, so
Now, do you think that we could see a Fantastic Four post-credit scene in Spider-Man Far From Home? Or do you think
that's
it's
kind
too
of hard
early?
to say. That's kind of exactly. It's kind of hard to say because I don't know what I don't know. I don't really know what Marvel's Endgame is. I don't know what Disney's Marvel
Endgame.
Endgame. Disney's Endgame is. So like they already said that they're gonna have a Spider-Man movie after Endgame, and then after that, did they have a movie after that?
The other one that was in production was Guardians Volume 3, but that was kind of put on hold after the whole James Gunn issue.
So that's been on hold. So
So I wouldn't be surprised if the next movie to come out would be another Doctor Strange movie.
you know, I think that they're gonna have a very, very, very vague, confusing end credit. I really do. I think they're gonna have an end credit of what it is.
I think we're going to see
that's
that kind of end credit at the end of Endgame, not so much Spider-Man.
because remember, like, I mean, yeah, at the end of Avengers 1, you know, they revealed Thanos and nobody knew who he was. They just saw this chin with a lot of lines in it, you know. So that, but then Endgame is Endgame. That means that if there is a post-credit scene, it's probably not going to be
It's going to be
about
huge.
a new Avengers movie.
No, it's not going to be about a new Avengers.
movie.
It's going to be the continuation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and whatever
In
that
some way
holds.
It's going to be about some individual character. Nobody's going to know who it is. It's going to... Marvel does the same thing all the time. And I'm really... So it's like, it's going to be something that's going to throw everybody off. Everybody's going to not know what's going on.
Maybe we could see the Fantastic Four post-credit scene in Avengers. That would be a good time for it. But like I said, I don't know where the Disney Fox deal is at this point. I know it went through, but I know there's still a shit ton of paperwork and everything until they can start using their characters.
See, the whole problem with teasing things is that you don't know when, where, or what is going to happen.
Exactly.
So I don't know what's going on. They're killing off everybody. They're bringing everybody back. I don't even know who they're bringing back. So whoever they bring back is gonna really set up the stage 2, quote unquote, for the next set of Marvel MCU. So that's going to set up that. There's probably going to be a Captain Marvel 2 movie.
Oh, duh.
That's already probably going to be a thing.
That's not going to be for a little bit because they still have to do a sequel to Black Panther and Doctor Strange.
Those two are definitely going to get, those two are definitely going to get sequels.
That's even another thing. With the Skrull being so big in Fantastic Four and being huge in Captain Marvel, that's even more of an in for the Fantastic Four into the MCU as well. I think we could see a Fantastic Four and post-credit scene. I feel like maybe we could see one at the end of. Okay, maybe not Endgame.
I would say Captain Marvel.
Really?
Captain Marvel would be because. Think about it. Captain Marvel is probably going to introduce the Skrull because the Skrulls.
Well, they already, dude. Haven't you seen the fucking trailers? Right? Of course, they're going to bring in the Skrulls.
But like, I hope that they really do involve the Skrull because they have a huge play in Marvel.
They already are involving the Skrull. They're involving it. They're going to be the main villain in the Captain Marvel movie. So you don't know about that. And I
think if they do more Avengers movies, it's probably going to have to do a Super Skrull. It's probably going to have to do a Super Skrull.
Okay, the Secret Invasion, that whole storyline was one of the worst storylines in the Marvel comics, and it's resented by every single Marvel fan ever because it's just so stupid. So, so I don't think. I mean, they could bring in a whole Skrull storyline, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they might do it in this one, and then maybe continue it. But I don't think it's gonna go very far. But who knows? Who knows what might happen? Honestly, I think we might see a Fantastic Four post-credit scene in Spider-Man, assuming all the paperwork and shit is complete. I think we're going to see a very big post-credit scene at Endgame, and definitely a tease for Endgame in the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel. But as of right now, everything is still up in the air. Everything is still theorized and rumors and all that jazz. So, guys, what are your thoughts about Fantastic Four coming into the MCU? Do you think that it's going to happen anytime soon? Do you think this tower that's in construction in the trailer for Far From Home is the Baxter Building, or do you think it's just they're just rebuilding the Avengers Tower? Let us know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and swipe right on that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more of us diving into the latest news surrounding TV, video games, and movies, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified whenever our videos go live. Jules, thank you so much for coming on tonight and talking about Fantastic Four and how much you hate the MCU.
Oh, God. It's not completely bad.
Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Stay excellent, and we'll see you in the next dive-in.
Woo woo.